There we go. Much better. Hey, I appreciate it, bro. Thank you, man. I didn't even mention anything on YouTube about it, but yeah, did get promoted to staff sergeant E6. August 1st. So it was pretty cool, man. But I appreciate it. I saw that. Oh, Mitchell, I saw that remote start, the Viper, man. That thing's slick, bro. I like it. I like how, because with mine, I gotta hold it and wait for the light to flash, and then it starts it. But yours, you just tap it and it went on and did its thing, man. I saw that on Instagram. Let's see. What's up, Omar from Miami 305? What's up, Omar? What's your favorite college football team? Uh, Guerrero, what's up, brother? You said what track bar I'm running? Trying to purchase another one, but not sure on what adjustable one to use on a four inch lift with a drop bracket. So I have a track bar. One second, I got a sticker for him. I have a track bar from a company called Core 4x4. They're on eBay, but it is not an eBay track bar. So this company, I don't know if it's backwards to you guys, but this company, Core 4x4, they made my track bar. They make them on eBay. So if you type in track adjustable track bar for Ram 2500, they're like the second one that comes up. You can get multiple colors and stuff like that. It's pretty good. I'll show it to you real quick. The truck's right here. But that's it right there. I know when I did the last track bar video, I bent it, but this one, you guys, it's pretty stout. It's pretty stout. I've had no issues with it. Super firm, super solid. On that end down there, it was a tight fit, so I had to get some grease and like pretty much beat it in there with a mallet, just because when I tightened it down previously, it pinched the steel walls, so it made it harder to install. But it's a good track bar. Oh yeah. So let me see what comments we got. The U. That's what I'm talking about, man. Oh, what up, Eric? Good to see you, man. I'm about to move over here because I got a fan. I got a ceiling fan back here. Come back here so I can get a little breeze, man. Because it is. I don't know about the rest of y'all, man, but it is humid, man. Right now, man, it is hot, humid. Yeah, it's out there, man. What up, Sanchez, Aiden? Yes, this month. Well, actually, sorry, September. So September is gonna be. I'm gonna be fixing the steering stabilizer. Jason, it's been a minute, just because I haven't had the money slash time to really dedicate that. I had other things I wanted to do with it. Um, but yeah, it's hot, man. It's hot. It's brutal. Like here, man, it ain't even hot. It's honestly, it's like high 80s, but the humidity makes the heat index feel about 10 degrees hotter. So like it's 89, 88 right now here, but the humidity makes it feel like it's like 95, 100. Man, it feels like a jungle. But yeah, Jason, don't worry, bro. I'm gonna make a video fix when I fix the steering stabilizer. I'm gonna make a video on that. Hey, real quick, if you went, we got 13 people in here and one person liked the live stream. So if you in the live stream, I'd truly appreciate it if you smash the thumbs up. It just helps the video out, apparently. But yeah, you said that the actuator went out on your I deleted the def, but the actuator went out on the turbo. How I calibrate it being the def system is deleted. So if your actuator went out on your turbo, you have two options. You can replace the actuator on that turbo, which I mean, I wouldn't do that, or just get another turbo. You just get another turbo, put it on there, and call it a day. If the truck's already deleted, you shouldn't have no issues with that. Running another turbo. What up, Brent? What up with it, man? Yeah, oh man, we got 19 people in the chat, man. Welcome everybody. Welcome. I haven't seen. I think the last chat we had like, I think the high was 22 ish, something like that. So, but yeah, man. Y'all got questions, man? If you're in the chat, any questions you want to ask, man? This is just a random chat. I was sitting. I put a video up yesterday, which if you didn't watch that video, check it out. It's pretty interesting. I think it's pretty, we'll say, quote unquote, juicy. Uh, I put a video up yesterday and then 2 days before then, but I didn't feel like making a video today because I didn't really have nothing to do. And then I'm sitting around the house. I'm like, hey, I'll make a live video, just talk with you guys, see what y'all up to. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Big Hutch or Hutch? Huck? I'm sorry if I messed up that, man. But what's up, brother? From PA? But yeah, man. Why are you causing all that hate and discontent? Oh, Eric, you know you don't fucked up, bro. You think you slick? Well, all right, I'm gonna answer Eric question after OKC67 question after I answer Aiden question. Do you recommend OEM 4th gen steering box and single side brace in my 2008? No, Aiden, if you're listening, I got a video saying, and the video is titled "Why I Removed My Crossover Heim Steering." Watch that video because in that video I showed my exact steering setup, and my steering has been on point since I've done that, all of the stuff, man. But long story short, no, do not go with a 4th gen steering box. What you need to get is a redhead steering box, and you need to get 4th gen steering for your 3rd gen 2009 to 12 style steering. I run the Moog steering on there. All right, get that, man. And so a couple other things. If you watch the video, you'll see it. It helps out. I think one of the big things too, the EMF bushings I installed in my intermediate shaft, that made a world of difference. And it's a $10 mod. I mean, you get the little bushings, you get a C clamp and press them in, and my steering still feels amazing. I love it. I love it. I've taken that Heim steering off my truck was the best thing I did for my steering because I get messages on bi-weekly basis with people talking about they did the crossover Heim steering, and there's all sorts of stuff, and I tell them what to do. So what's up, Scott? That's dope, man. I appreciate it, Scott. That's dope, man. Hey, man, best thing you can do starting out on the channel is be consistent, be real. Don't try to act like somebody else. Just be yourself, be natural, be consistent on your uploads. When you're first starting out, try to keep the videos kind of short. You know what I'm saying? Like, I personally wouldn't go over 12 minutes in a video just because as a new channel, the longer the video is, it's really hard to maintain people's attention because they don't know who you are. And if you're doing a lot of talking, they're not going to watch it. You know what I'm saying? So new YouTubers, keep the videos short, and just be consistent. You should be pumping out 3 to 5 videos a week first starting out. Make sure, you make quality content. You don't have to have a camera, but, just make sure it's good film. What's up, man? Thanks for the help with the train horn one. So, okay, all right. What's up, Reginald? So it helped out then. Okay, hell yeah. I'm glad. I know it wasn't a step-by-step, every single wire video. It's just it would have took too long, man. But I tried to explain it and generalize it to where it was easily understandable. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that worked out. It's good to hear, man. No, no worry, Aiden. Glad to help, brother. Had any problems with it? I have 37. Has been thinking about regearing. Alan Chambers, what's up, brother? So for the 68 RFE heating up, 68 RFEs are not known for being hot transmissions, meaning they're not known for running hot. I mean, your average 68 is probably going to, with no load, is probably going to be around the 150, 160 area. maybe 170 if you're like in Arizona or something. But depending on what year 68 you have, so if you have a 4th gen 68, you probably have 341 gears. If it's a 2500, I would highly recommend upgrading to some bigger gears. With 37s, you can't go wrong with 410s and up. It just depends on what you want to do with the truck. If you do a lot of towing with the truck and you got 37s, I would recommend 430s. If you do a lot of towing with the truck and you got 40s, 456s all day, it just depends on what your setup is, brother. So I highly recommend gearing though. You cannot go wrong gearing. I had 373 gears on my truck and they actually were really good, but I wanted that little extra oomph. I wanted that, to restore. I wanted to take a thing off my a load off my transmission at the same time, just give it a little pep. You know what I'm saying? One of the best things I did to that truck was re-gearing it, and I'm on 40s right now. And when you drive it between the compounds, the 430 gears, you would not know how big that truck is and how heavy that truck is. Appreciate it, B Craney. Thank you, man. Mitchell, man. So the CTS3, I dropped a follow-up review video a couple weeks ago, or like last week or 2 weeks ago. But the CTS3 right now, bro, it's been good for me so far. I know Josh put up a video when he did it. He installed his, but it's been good so far. I updated it, so when I got the first one, it was horrible. It was a horrible experience. It was crashing. The screen was glitching. Eventually, the monitor turned, like, it froze and would not turn back on. I ended up reaching out to the Edge family. They sent me another one. I sent the old one back, and since I got the replacement one in and I updated it, haven't had no issues. It turns on super fast. Screen's responsive. I got my PIDs back, so I was missing a gear selection, TCL selection, and I think the boost was acting up, so the boost would get stuck. It would get stuck on like 2 psi, and it wouldn't move from there. But ever since then, though, it's been good. It's been good, definitely. But I like it now. I like it. Like when I first put it on, man, I don't know. I wasn't feeling it. My CTS2 was perfect, no issues. Like I said in my video, if you have a CTS2 and you love it, you have no issues with it, there really isn't a need to upgrade to the CTS3 just because all you're getting is a faster processor / touch screen and stuff, but it has all the same features and they add Wi-Fi. You know what I'm saying? It looks a little different, yeah, but it's like the CTS3 can do CTS2 can do all the things the CTS3 can do, minus those two things: faster screen / Wi-Fi. You know what I'm saying? Scott with the L5P. Who Scott Link is? I don't know who that is. So Kiko Gumban, my AC at idle is fine. But I do know of people with 3rd gens where if their truck is idling, the AC it gets warm at idle. 2 things: fan clutch, AC condenser. If you're in a hot environment, it's most likely going to be that AC condenser, because you got to think the purpose of the condenser acts kind of like a radiator for your cooling system. It pulls all that heat out of the AC system. So if your condenser doesn't have fresh, cool air or air going against it when you're at an idle, it's just holding on to that heat. If your fins on your AC condenser are dented, all pushed up and stuff, you might want to swap out the condenser or get a pick and kind of straighten out the fins, so that way when air is going through, it can actually go through it and not just on top of it. It's going to help cool it. I've even seen some people put electric fans over their their condenser to help cool it. So it just depends, man. It just depends. But my AC idle's good at. My AC is cold at idle. I took it down to Ashby's Diesel. My buddy Jake and his team, man, they hooked it up. That sucker is cold. Like there's times I'm driving inside and I have to turn off the AC just because it's getting too cold. That's good, Tim. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. I'm glad the videos helped out. Alan, so for your 3508 over 200, your transmission is getting over 200 degrees. That is kind of hot. So 225, for a 68, when you start creeping to the 215, or the 220, 225 area, that's when you're starting to get into the hot section for the transmission. 200 degrees, you say it's over 200, but if it's at 200, that's not too bad. I mean, could be a little cooler. I don't know what you're pulling, but I'm assuming you're pulling something big, or you're in a hot state. You can never go wrong with an external auxiliary transcooler. I know Full Diesel makes them, Yoshimoto makes them. You get you an auxiliary transcooler setup, and you should see a good drop. Get that, and then you get a deep dish pan. Do a fluid swap. If you haven't changed the fluid in that transmission since you've had it, probably put some fresh fluid in there. I wouldn't flush it, just drain the pan and top her back off. Oh, I appreciate it, Alan. Yeah, the 467, man, that was a fun turbo. Nick, this guy I sold it to, he's down in Miami, dude. He's having a blast with that turbo on his 4th-gen truck right now. He says he loves it. So it's a good turbo, man. It's a good turbo all around. What the hell? A 2011 Crown Vic Turbo Scat Pack. I never heard of that before. Yeah, man, Mitchell, bro. Tell Josh to hit up Edge. That's what I did. In my initial video review of it, with all the glitches, I was legit honest in that. And then as soon as that screen, so what happened with my CTS3 was, I don't know what, but randomly I got in my truck one time and I turned the truck on and the screen was on, but it was like the PIDs were randomly like selecting themselves, and it was on a fritz. And I'm like, okay, this is gonna happen or this is about to kill itself. Before then, it was freezing. The PIDs would get frozen. It would crash and restart. The screen would just randomly twitch out. So he probably has a defective CTS3. So I would definitely tell him to hit up Edge and get that swapped out, because even after I updated that first unit, it was acting all sorts of crazy. And then when they sent me the second unit, they sent that into me, and I had no problems with it since then. So I mean, that's the best I can think of. Yeah, bro, that's what I'm saying, man. Just tell them to replace it. Spicy Tugboat. That's a nice name. Oh, I appreciate it, brother. Thanks, man. Hey, that Evo Fortin start, remote start, I love this game changer, man. There's no better feeling than being able to start your truck inside with the eight, and get into your truck and the AC is blowing cold, and you just get in, put the key in, and you're off driving. The truck's already warmed up. You ain't got to sit there and let it idle for 2 minutes and stuff like that. It's a good feeling, definitely. For next big projects, well, since somebody finally asked, I will show you guys. But first, I got to grab me another White Claw out my mini fridge, because your boy's a little thirsty. Give me that. Get that grapefruit. So I'll show you guys what we got going on behind me. So I actually organized my garage. Now, for some of you that are super followers or super attentive, I actually organized my garage, and I got everything all cleared out so I can actually like sit down, walk, and stuff like that. So you guys haven't seen a lot of it. Well, you guys seen most of this stuff, but some of you probably haven't. So over here, we have a replacement tail light for my passenger tail light that I'm going to be changing out because the other one's cracked. We got to install this billet valve cover still. By the way, you guys, I apologize for my camera. It's my camera lens is cracked, so it's like making it blurry. But we got everything diesel billet valve cover. We have a vibrant catch can that I'm actually going to be ordering some fittings for this like today when I get off with you guys. We have here PPE dual fuel setup. I'm actually thinking about installing it this week. I was reading the instructions just to make sure that I had everything I needed, and it looks like I do. So it looks like I'm going to be installing this bad Larry. But we got the dual fueler kit. Check that bad Larry out. Dual fuelers. I've had PPE, man. They hooked it up, man. They sent this out about a month and a half, 2 months ago. It's just I've been waiting on a pump injection, full dual fueler kit, so I'll be able to run 2 dual CP3s at the same time. I'm real anxious to get to that point, just because I can't wait to see how it runs. And PPE one is carb compliant 50 states, which is pretty dope. So we're gonna I'm probably gonna end up installing this week. I have injectors. I'm not gonna install those just yet, just because I still need to order push rods, or yeah, push rods and valve springs. We also have Beans billet oil cap, and a what was it, timing case cover, like a billet screw cap for that as well. And over here, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to open this with one hand. Over here we have, I'm gonna try, one of my boys down in Florida sent this out to me. One second, I'm gonna put y'all down real quick just so I can open this up. Over here we have a dual, or it's a stock LBZ Duramax CP3 injection pump. It has about 160,000 miles on it. Everything works fine. Everything's intact. This is going to be the top side CP3 injection pump. It's a little, old, but like it runs, it works. Everything's fine on it. It flows good, everything. So we're going to be having two. We're going to be running two dual stalker CP3s. Now, what's interesting with the PPE one is the PPE dual fueler kit utilizes an LBZ CP3 on the top side with the stock 6.7 Cummins CP3 on the bottom side. Apparently, the biggest difference between them apparently is like the IPR valve. I think that's like the injection pressure regulator valve. And what else? I think that's it. Maybe the fittings. I'm not sure. But all the other kits, ATS, BD, they all use a 6.7 Cummins CP3 on their units. So that's just one of those weird things. But yeah. So those are the next big things we have. So I'm thinking this week sometime. I don't know if I'm gonna do it like Wednesday. Ugh. If I'm gonna do it like on a Wednesday or Thursday. But I want to get that CP3 installed, set up, so I can get that extra fuel. But yeah. AP, what's up, man? Bro, I love me some White Claws, man. Boom, AC condenser. Yeah. Fin cone. Yep, yep, yep. No worries, Alan. Glad to help. So Blossom BL with the O1 Cummins Quadzilla V2 and a stock HY35 turbo. The biggest question is your VP44 stock. If you got a stock VP44 with and a stock fuel pump or a lift pump, I would, to be honest, I would not throw those 100 horsepower injectors in it, just because you're going to be straining that VP44 pump. If you don't have a lift pump, I would definitely lift pump ASAP. Once you get a lift pump, you can slap the 100 horse injectors in it and help her out. But to be honest with you, if your VP44 is stock, I wouldn't add fuel at all until you get a lift pump and change it and get a nice reman VP44. Once you get a good VP44, or if you even P pump swap it, and then you do a lift pump, by all means, slap that 100 horse those sticks in there. The 100 horse injectors with the HY35 turbo, you'll be okay. You're going to be more worried about that injection pump frying itself before you blow that turbo up. Those HYs and HX34s or HX35s, they're good for 40 psi and stuff. Mitchell, are you asking? Oh, you asking me about the trans being stock or built, or that other dude? Oh yeah, you're asking. Okay, I'm catching up. I'm sorry. I'm behind. I'm behind. Yeah, I agree with Mitchell about transmission. I mean, what do you want to know about tunes, Alan? Oh, so if your injectors are worn out, Then obviously, if they're worn out, change them out. I don't know where you're at in your budget, but if you can get it in your budget, get that VP44. Get a lift pump. At least get a lift pump, a fuel lift pump, at the minimum before putting those injectors in it, or do it at the same time. But if you're on a stock fuel pump and a stock VP44, and you add those injectors, you're gonna fry that injection pump because it's gonna get hot and it's gonna heat up, and the terminal board inside of it, which is super brittle, is gonna fry itself. So I'd just be wary of that. You know what I'm saying? What up, Hunter? AP, I know who it is. I know who you are, man. Oh, okay. Thank you, Mitchell. I knew it was something, man. Hey, cut me some slack, man. I used to have a 6.0. Yeah, I seen the goodie. You sent them to me on IG. Oh, you got a sump in the fast one. Oh yeah, you good in there, man. Adrian, what's up, brother? How is it that as soon as Diesel Oil Guy joins, somebody comments and says Amsoil versus Schaefer's Oil? I'm gonna comment on it, but Adrian, if you see that comment, I want you to put your opinion in there. So if you guys don't know, in the comment section, Diesel Oil Guy, that's my Amsoil dealer, Adrian. He's the one I'm always talking about. With the Amsoil products. I mean, you can see the sticker there, stuff. So that's who that is. That's who I'm talking about. Do you get dyno tunes? No. So my tunes are not dyno tunes. They're just I don't know, emailed email tunes, I guess if you want to call them. I don't know the name for it, but yeah. But yeah, I don't have dyno tunes. Amsoil versus Schaefer. So I'm gonna be real with you. I'm really big on. I don't really critique things that I've never used before. I never used Schaefer's oil. Heard people say good things about them, which I'm sure they're a good oil brand. Uh, but Amsoil versus Schaefer. All I'm gonna say is this: YouTuber by the name of Project Farms did a synthetic oil tournament, and Amsoil won it. He has over a million subscribers. I think he has over a million subscribers, and Amsoil won the tournament. I think it was a tournament of 16 or 32 different synthetic oils, and it came down to the wire with Amsoil versus Pennzoil synthetic, and Amsoil ended up winning. I'll just leave it like that. Yeah, see right there what Adrian just these old guy just said. That's beyond my my knowledge. Yeah, hell yeah. What other questions you guys got, man? I'm just bullshitting right now. We got 30 some almost 30 people in here. Say if you recently joined, and if you haven't, if you smash a thumbs up on the video, I appreciate it, man. Nick, I don't have a video on showing how to delete a 6.7 Cummins. I had two different people lined up that I was gonna do it for them, and both of them flaked out. Apparently, they weren't fine with paying $100 to get their truck deleted. Which, go to a diesel truck shop and tell them you want their truck deleted for $100. Yet alone if they'll even touch it. But if they do, and you tell them you want it done for $100, and see what they say. But yeah, they didn't want it done, so I'm waiting. If anybody in the local Jacksonville, North Carolina, Eastern North Carolina area has a stock truck that they want to get deleted, hit me up. I'll do it for a reasonable price, and as long as you let me film it, I'll get you running right. As long as you get it, obviously you have to have all the stuff, but I can do the maintenance though. Juan Morales, I think from what you just told me, that's that's respectable. That's respectable. Juan, it sounds like you need to check out my second to last video about how many miles are too much for a truck. But long story short, though, from what you just told me, because I haven't seen the truck, I don't know anything about the truck. 164,000 miles, and they're asking $20,000. That seems fair and reasonable. I don't know the condition of the truck or anything like that, but you know, if it's a good truck, which I'm assuming it is, that's a good deal, and it'd be a good plumbing truck for you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, get those injectors. Hell yeah. Yeah. Oh, Shane joined. What up, Shane? What up, Joe? Oh, Mitchell, that's a good question. Thanks, brother. Okay, I'm sorry. So that was a good question, but that was all the other questions were good too. Anyways, so I was actually gonna make a video about that, but since you asked, I'll probably still make a video about it just because a lot of people don't watch this. But so Mitchell Phelps asked the. Let me find it. Let me find it. I lost it. He asked tell us the difference from going from a single turbo to a compound turbo, spool drivability. So I get, and I'm glad you asked me that, Mitchell, because I get asked a lot by people on Instagram about how do I like the compound setup. Uh, Put it like this: you know, on a single turbo truck where there's that certain RPM range where you just love driving in that range because that's when the truck punches and hits. You know what I'm saying? So, for example, when I had the 467, 2,500 RPM was like phenomenal. Like getting onto the highway was like my bread and butter because that's when that between the mid and high RPM range, that is when that turbo shined, and it was so fun to drive. In city stop and go, it was good, but it wasn't the best. With the compound setup, you get that small little window of joy with with a single turbo. You get that through the entire turbo, if that makes sense. Um, Between drivability, it's a good amount nicer driving with the compounds because I barely have to touch the pedal. I barely have to get into it. You know, I put what's half of a quarter, so an eighth. I touch the pedal an eighth of what it can fully do, and I'm hitting 10 psi. It's at 10 psi, and it's rolling. You know, I'm not flooring it. I'm not slamming into the pedal and stuff. And I'm not saying that's what I did with the 467, but it's really similar to driving a gasoline car. I think that's the easiest way to say where you get that instant throttle response. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. It's still a diesel truck. It still has compounds, and it's still on stock fuel. So you will have that 2 to 3 second delay, but it's very nice. It's very nice. I haven't towed with the truck yet. The next thing I want to do is tow with it so I can see what it's like towing with a compound setup. But in terms of drivability, you know, just driving around town and stuff on the highway. Oh my goodness, on the highway, passing people on the highway is like nothing. 6 gear locked up torque converter. I don't even have to get into it. I just give it some throttle, and she's just pulling, going on her business. Like it's so nice, man. You know, 0 to 30 psi, 0 to 40 psi on that truck, 35 ish. It's nothing. It takes it like a champ. It loves it. It seems, and I'm gonna be real with you. It seems like the engine is happier right now. It's quieter. The compound's quiet down my exhaust system. It's not as loud and rumbly, which I mean I'm fine with because like I can have a conversation in the cab now. It's quieter. It just seems better. It legitimately does. I can see why when Ford made this, or when Ford had the 6.4, how they tried to have that little twin compressor slash twin turbo setup thing. I can see why they would want to do that because it's a really good feeling having boost through all levels of driving. And I think one of the funnest parts about that turbo setup is when the atmospheric turbo kicks in. So the bigger turbo. So in my case, the S480. When the S480 kicks in, you hear it. I mean, you're talking about a M. Oh, not even M. You know those little firecrackers with the ones, you know, you light it and it's like, like you're talking about that, man. Like that's that times 20. Like it's so fun, man, and it's a blast. I love it, man. I love it. EGTs. To be 100% honest with my truck, I have not seen a huge drop in EGTs like most people say. Then again, I don't know if that's because I came from a second gen swap to a compound setup. Most people go compounds to or come go to compounds from a stock HE351 turbo. You know what I'm saying? So I haven't seen a huge drop in the EGTs. They're about the same. I'm also on an analog gauge, which I do intend to switch to my Edge CTS3. I have the dongle in here to get that set up so I can get the Edge set up to read my EGT probes because it'll be a lot more accurate on a digital pod or pillar, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, so the compound experience, man. Spool is awesome. The sound's awesome. That whistle, man, and the pass and that bottom passenger corner dashboard up and underneath there, man. That whistle, it's phenomenal. I love it. It's a good experience, man. You know, fuel mileage. I want to say it either stayed the same or went up a little bit. I want to say it stayed the same though. It didn't go down. It didn't go down, which is good. I was riding around in tune 4, 5 for a little bit, playing around, trying to get a feel for it. I did tune 3 for a little bit. I was in tune 5 last week, and then I went back to tune 3. Right now, with the current tune setup that I have, tune 3 seems to be the best tune that she likes. Tune 4 and 5 are a little too smoky, and I don't know what's the word. It's like it's dumping too much fuel in it before the compounds want it. Tune 3 seems to be just that perfect median where it's like the compounds are ready for the fuel to be injected into the combustion chamber and to provide air, and it just seems to run optimal at tune 3. So I've been riding around and I get good fuel mileage. I say that and I get like 16 miles a gallon or 15, but tune 3 seems to be pretty legit. But yeah, I love compounds, man. If anybody ever asks me about what I recommend compounds, the answer is yes. Long story short, whether you do a S300, S400 setup, or you do add a turbo from like Pusher or Banks or not Banks, Pusher, BD, ATS, something like that. Either way, you're not going to go wrong. Mike, if you making 750 on deleting someone's truck, I need to get up with you because I'm slacking. That one dude I told him I do $100 for, he flaked. So that offer is probably never going to happen again. I deleted so I didn't tell you guys this. I actually have film on it. In my next video, I'll throw the film in there. I deleted my first 5th gen almost 4 weeks ago. It was pretty cool. It was a 5th gen Cummins 2020 Laramie Sport Edition. I deleted it and it was pretty cool. No, I haven't seen your video yet, bro, on it. Ooh, cab bushing shouldn't be that bad. I say that, but I've never done them on a Duramax, so. Diesel broke. I'm gonna be real with you, bro. You got me beat there, man. I have never. The most I've done on my transfer case was install an index ring kit, and all that required was me taking off 6 nuts and taking the T case off and putting it back on with the spacer. Jump on the forums, bro. That's the best thing I can tell you. No, Adrian. So no, I'm not gonna have custom hats from them. Um, I'm. They reached out to me legitimately, just asking if I can like mention their hats on the channel, which I told them I would do. It's his side that hat company Panhandle. The owner, it's his side business. So he was just trying to get some exposure, basically. Bro, so the UFC fight, Joe, I'm gonna try to watch it. I heard it's pay-per-view, but depending on how much it is, I don't know. But I heard it's gonna be a good one though. So with 40s right now, I am averaging, I believe about, I think it's like 14 and a half, 15 miles a gallon. On the highway, I get about 18. So it's not too bad. What up, John? So Killsy asked how much money I put in my truck besides the cost of the vehicle. So back in 2018, I made a video at that time saying how much money was spent in my truck. I need to do another one because a lot of stuff has changed. But if I had to be a gambling man right now, I would say I'd probably say about anywhere from 10 to 15,000 in my truck right now. And that's all, that's a lot of stuff. Head studs, lift pumps, wheels, multiple suspension setups, radio, like just a bunch of stuff. I'd probably say around 10 to 15 grand. Yeah, I'd probably say that. I mean, hell, my wheel setup alone is $5,800. So that's like over halfway to 10,000. So I'd probably say closer to 10 or closer to 12 ish type deal. I don't know, man. I'd have to do the numbers on that. You got me there. I'm gonna make a video on that once I finish the dual fuelers and injectors and stuff. Yeah. Diesel, bro, you might be able to go to a diesel shop with a snap-on scan tool. They might be able to disable it. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm not sure. So for best type of AMSOIL, for me personally, my experience, and I talked to Adrian about this, I like AMSOIL, the diesel. Let me show y'all this shit real quick. I like this is what I like, and Adrian knows about it too because I've dabbled. Adrian has sent me a Signature Series. He sent me Series 3000, which was like the older OG setup. But I like the Diesel Marine oil setup. So it's a 15W40. I recently switched back to this because I ran this last year. I switched back to this because I just wanted to run 15W40 in this truck because, from the factory, they say 15W40 is what it recommends. Plus, a big thing, too, was the 12 TBN, total base number, which I'm be real. I ain't going to try to explain it right now because I've been drinking. But pretty much the acidic resistance of the oil is high. And, it can resist a lot of acidic buildup, if I'm correct. Adrian can explain it way better than I can. I'm not even trying to pose or bullshit. But yeah, so the Diesel Marine oil I personally like. Plus, you get the double intervals extended. So I like it. Heck yeah. Do you recommend a 5.9 or a 6.7 as a first diesel? I recommend a 6.7. 6.7 has been around for a long time. Well, actually, 5.9 or 6.7. I recommend whichever one you want and you can afford. A 5.9 or 6.7. They're both phenomenal engines. They're very similar. I believe on a 6.7, 60% what was on a 5.9 got brought over to a 6.7. So you're pretty much getting the same engine, just enhanced. Me personally, I say 6.7 because you get from the factory. It comes with more horsepower. It's a quieter engine, maintenance and stuff. Everything else is the same. You're really, if I had to go work in a 5.9 Cummins right now, I would not be lost because it legitimately looks the same as a 6.7, except the valve cover looks a little smaller and like just little stuff. Really, well, at the end of the day, it comes down to what you want and what you're for in that scenario. If you find you a good 5.9, clean, runs good, and that's what you want, get it. If you find you a 6.7, that's clean, runs good, and you want it, get it. Everybody, I can say this. If people who are saying 5.9, get a 5.9. If you're not trying to mess with emissions and deleting the truck, then 5.9 all day, without a doubt. But if you're okay with deleting your truck, taking off the EGR, taking off the DPF filter, you can do it too. You know what I'm saying? You're not missing out. Yep. Oh, damn, that's crazy. Nick Berry, the best way to fix your Dodge steering is to get you some, upgraded steering like Moog, 4th gen style steering. You get you some of that. Get you EMF intermediate shaft bushings. Get you an upgraded steering box. Get a good quality steering brace, like a BD steering brace. What else did I do? Long story short, watch my video. I got a video explaining all that stuff, how to get that stuff going. So definitely, I'm trying to think what else. But yeah. What else we got? Mike, I appreciate the $5 donation. You're like the, I think, second or third person that ever donated on the live stream. I thank you. I appreciate it. You guys, if you guys need to make a head call or go get you some beer or some food, do it right now because I'm gonna make me a head call. If you don't know what that is, I'm pretty much gonna go take a leak. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Don't leave the chat. YouTube, I'm back, family. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Okay, where did we leave off at? Where's my White Claw? It's right here. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so last question we left off on was Nick asking about how to fix the steering. Yeah, Nick. So honestly, brother, let's show you guys real quick. With the truck, get you the 4th gen style steering or early 4th gen style Moog steering. This stuff is good. You get you a good track bar. Get you so you can't really see it there. Get you a steering brace. This is a BD steering brace. I love it. Get you a redhead steering box. You can't see it from here. Let's see if you can get in there. Nah, you ain't gonna be able to see it. But I would tell you to get you a redhead steering box. Get you a good steering setup like the Moog. Intermediate shaft bushings with EMF. Get that. You get that stuff, man. You'll be sitting good. Get that steering tight. Mitchell, when am I installing the duals? This week sometime. Probably closer towards the end of the week, like Wednesday, Thursday. I'm gonna try to install it. I want to get that installed, and yeah. So I'm gonna install it. So the way it's gonna be is I'm gonna install the dual fuelers first, and then I'm gonna run with that for a little bit on stock fuel, and then I'll install the injectors later. All right. So I know you guys don't really know me personally like that and stuff, but we're on a live stream. I've been on here for like 50 minutes, so I don't care, but I'm gonna smoke. So if you don't like it, I'm sorry, but whatever. But I'm still here. I'm still listening. Let me see what we got. It takes about 8 hours to delete, including dealing with rusty bolts and bullshit. Mike, that is a fact because I got lucky because when I deleted the 2020, it was so new. Everything came off so good. But if you're deleting like a 2011, 2009, 12, and it's rusty as hell, no, I'm with you on it, brother. So what else? What we got? Donation, I truly appreciate it. Thank you, man. I wasn't even expecting that. Thank you, though. Jerry said, hey, man, I want to buy some merch. I got a truck giveaway. So get my blood going for a minute. So giveaways. You guys know how I feel about those truck giveaways. So first off, we got, my phone tells me that we have 30 people in the live stream. If you're in the live stream, comment and let me know if you watched the video about the truck giveaway. All you got to comment is yes, or put yes I did, just so I know you did, so that way when I'm talking about it, I don't want to talk about it if everybody knows what I'm about to talk about. You know what I'm saying? What we got? So, hey man, I mean, John Bernard built 68 or built 48 swap. 68 all day. I've said this multiple times, and I know there's people in the comment or people watching that can attest. The 68 has came a long way. Okay, it's not 2012, it's not 2011 no more. So much research and development has been done on the 68 RFE to where you can have a very, very reliable 1,000 horsepower 68 RFE transmission, and it will run with you. I'm going to be running a Red Horse, a Warhorse transmission. Dallas Penn is the owner. I actually got to meet him and became good friends with him when I was out in Texas last month in July. I'm going to be going with him for a transmission. But the awesome thing is that Dallas is like linked up with RevMax, and he pretty much runs a lot of RevMax components. And I can put all his business out there. But yeah, so 68 RFE. When you say 68 RFE, there's only one brand you need to be thinking about, and it's RevMax. Monster Ram is in the chat right now. I drove in his truck. He has a RevMax. Mike, no, correct me if I'm wrong. It's either a 500 or 700. I don't remember. I drove in that truck, and all he has is stock fuel. Well, not all, but stock fuel system with a BorgWarner 369 SXE, and that truck rips. I'm talking, it puts you in your seat. It is an awesome experience. So if you're going to the drag strip every weekend with the truck, I would say 48 swap it. The reason being is because with the 68, it's too smart. It's such a smart truck, transmission. It wants to control shit. It's like a crazy woman that wants to control you all the time. You can resist it as much as you want, but eventually it's gonna happen. No foul, no. I ain't trying to piss anybody off, but I'm just joking. If you're making a dedicated drag truck, I would 48 swap it. 48, you can build a 68 to hold power, but for longevity, if you're taking to the track every weekend to beat the crap out of it, I'd probably do a 48. Let's see, marine grade oil is some serious oil. Yeah, that's why I switched to the marine grade one. I just felt better running it, and I've been fine with it. I mean, I love it. My engines, all the oils I've had from Amsoil are good. They're quiet, they work great. I like them. Jerry, for ceramic coating versus car wax, ceramic coat all day, brother. Shoot, I'll show you my truck in a second. I highly recommend ceramic coating. It's way easier to wash your truck. It's super durable in terms of water spotting, and it watching the water jump off the paint when your truck's ceramic coated is a very cool experience. And I'm a detail freak. I love washing car trucks and cleaning stuff. And I just love seeing it. I love seeing the beads. I love seeing when I'm driving, all the beads fly off the truck and stuff. So ceramic coat, man, and it's durable. And the thing is too is you can get a ceramic coat kit these days for about 120 bucks, man. They're cheap. Adams, Jack's Wax. There's tons of Ethos. The graphene coating is a new thing that's coming out. It's like 5-7 year durability. They have a lot of cool stuff coming out. So ceramic coat. And when I say ceramic coating, I mean a real ceramic coat, not no ceramic spray. Not if it's in a bottle, in a spray bottle, that ain't a ceramic coating. I don't care who sells it. It's not. A real ceramic coating is going to be in a little vial bottle about the size of, I don't know, those little medicine bottles, and you have to apply it with an applicator to cure. So, hey man, I'm glad you got help with the battery cable issue. For your Randy's transmission on a 48, I'm gonna say yes. 48s run a little harder than the 68. 210 is a little up there. And you guys also have a lot of hills. I would recommend a transcooler for you if you don't have one. Yeah, man. So this, yeah, we're talking about transmissions here. Oh, Mitchell, you didn't watch the truck channel giveaway video? Okay, we got one. So with the BD transmissions, they have some really cool stuff in their transmissions. Their whole transmission as a whole, from what I've heard from people running it, it has a couple weak links, but like their fat shaft is really good, is innovative. Something else inside of it, I can't remember, but the fat shaft, input shaft is like really good. Apparently, they got it patented and stuff. I'm telling you guys right now, RevMax does not know who I am at all. But if you're gonna get a built 68, get a RevMax. That's all I'm gonna say. You can talk to them. I've talked to them. A lot of people on here have talked to them. RevMax, if you're trying to build a 68, don't mess with BD. Definitely don't mess with ATS. That 5-year, 500K mile warranty. Read the fine terms to that warranty and tell me what you think about that. Don't mess with them. Go to RevMax. I'm telling you guys. No affiliation with them. No money. Okay, so Mike has a 700. Okay. Hey, old crony garage. Nice to meet you, man. My dad's selling with the 47 RE with the 48 RE valve body. How did they fit that in the 47 RE? And I'm gonna be real with you, man. I have no knowledge on a 40. I'm not super informative on a 48 and 47 REs. I mean, they fit it in there, I guess. So we got Hunter Helm says Whirly Custom Fab versus HSP Turbo Kit. I haven't had either of them. I know Eric OKC67 had he has the Whirly Custom Fab Turbo and he says he loves it, the setup. Whirly Custom Fab, I have never heard anything bad about them. Same thing with HSP. I know Truckmaster Josh is really big with HSP and Whirly, both of them. I haven't heard anything bad about either of them, but I have not ran any of their stuff. So far, I've only ran Smedden, MDC Diesels turbo kits, and I love them. I work with them a lot with Matt Crockett over there. But you know, who knows? Yeah. But yeah, okay. So now that I caught up with my comments. So yes, the truck giveaway scene. You guys, we got 37 people watching. So with the truck giveaway scene, I'm just not for it, man. I'm really not, you know. And it looks like from yesterday's video with the comments and everything that was being inputted, seems like a lot of people were agreeing with it, which I was impressed with, and you know, I felt good knowing that I wasn't just the only one feeling like this. You know, I didn't want to sound. My thing is that I didn't want to make it sound like I was just hating because somebody else is making a bunch of money. That's not the point, man. That is not the point, because the thing is that, and I'm not going to call out any names, but the thing is that there are certain YouTube channels where they do these truck giveaways, and if you go back to when they first started their YouTube channel and I challenge you, watch their beginning videos before they started doing truck giveaways and doing all that stuff. Their personality changed like 360. Like you can see through the fakeness and the bullshit. It truly changed. And it's like, I wonder why. You know what I'm saying? It's fake. It's legitimately fake. And the thing is that I know for a fact there's that 18 to 21-year-old that's still living with their parents. They work a full-time job and they get a paycheck they earn, and they watch these videos and they're like, man, I want that truck so bad. That's my dream truck. And in every paycheck, they're probably blowing 50 to $100 in merchandise, hoping that they win. And the thing is they keep giving them false hope, and they keep saying giveaways. And I know a lot of people who watched the video last night were like, "Oh, well, technically it is a giveaway because you can mail in your card and get entered." Do you really think if they're telling you in order to enter this giveaway, all you gotta do is purchase an item on the website and you will get entered? Do you really think if somebody mails in a card saying enter me, they're gonna enter it and count it? No, no, they're not. And it's the reason why. And I don't want to call it a scam because it's not a scam, because someone does win a truck, someone gets a truck, and that one person who gets it, congratulations, that's so good for them. I'm happy. I wish more people would get one. But at the same time, you're basically telling me this is how you make money for a living, by selling merchandise and holding raffles and giving away a truck to one person out of Lord knows how many people are buying these clothes and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It just depends, man. Hmm. Yeah. I already got promoted. I got promoted the first. I got promoted. Yeah, I got promoted on August 1st. But yeah, but yeah, man. It's just that with the giveaways, man. It's I don't like it, you know. And the thing is that here's the thing: people. I don't know if people realize this. So when you go to the videos and they're like, "Oh, if you buy something right now, you're gonna get 50 entries," and you're probably thinking like, "Oh my God, 50 entries! I need that." You do know that every single other person who watched that and bought that is also getting the 50 entries too. So what does that mean? Your 50 entries are useless compared to one entry, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, just it's not going to add up. It doesn't. Your 50 entries, and if everybody else is having the same opportunity, it's basically one entry. Because if I get 50 entries and 20 other people buy at the same time, they get 50 entries. Well, shit, we're all in the same ratio. We're all 1 to 1. It's not like you're getting the upper hand. And they might say, "Oh, it's for a limited time and a week and stuff." But it's like, okay, then. And then at the same time, because it's a raffle and third party people are involved, you can buy it at the time when the 50 raffles or the 50 entry going on. And some dude who bought it the day before it closes bought, $20 and they win it. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't like it. I don't sit right with it. And then what they do is they're making it seem like they're just helping out people so much. And my thing is like, if you're gonna do a real giveaway, and you guys on the live stream, we have almost 40 people on the live stream. I'm not afraid to say it. I'm already reaching out to my sponsors about having a real giveaway, meaning you will not spend a dime to get entered to win this stuff. You will not spend no money. Now there will be requirements to get entered, but it ain't gonna come out of your wallet. And it's gonna be a legitimate giveaway and show how a legitimate giveaway should be. Not requiring people to spend money, because those are raffles. And a raffle, I might as well take my damn casino. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about it, man. It's false hope. It's false hope. And what people don't understand is that they are paying these people all this money for this stuff, and they are putting their grandkids through college. I mean, you guys don't understand how much money they're raking in on these raffles when people are buying shirt stickers, $10 stickers, $20 or $40 t-shirts. Like, you don't understand how much money they're raking in. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, and this is the YouTube side of it, okay? So with YouTube, when you make money, when you get a monthly check from YouTube, you do not get taxed. They don't tax it. So if I make $500 last month in YouTube, I'm going to get $500. So what does that mean? Come tax season, YouTube/Google is going to send you a 1099 miscellaneous form. Okay, because Google does not register YouTubers as employees. They just register them as like guests, if you want to call it that. So they're going to send you a 1099 form, and guess what? It's going to say how much money you made throughout the whole year. Guess what you have to do with that money you made all year? Pay taxes. Now, guess what? If you're a big YouTuber and you're making $30,000, $25,000 a month on YouTube, Guess what you have to do come tax season the following year? You're going to have to pay taxes on several thousand or hundreds of thousands of dollars. And how do you get out of those paying taxes? Tax breaks. How do you get tax breaks? Get a business ID. How do you get a business ID? Make a business, sell merchandise, get an LLC, right? It's a business and it's a strategy. And I get it. I get it from that standpoint why you would do that. But if you're getting to the, and then on top of that, now I forgot to mention this, because they're doing a truck giveaway, they can write that off on their taxes because they didn't sell it. They gave it away. They raffled it. So they can write that and claim that on their taxes. So they're claiming these $100,000 truck builds, keeping all receipts and stuff, and they're writing it off on their taxes come tax season and getting money back from the government, and they're getting a tax break by not having to pay as much in taxes because they have all these write-offs. So it's a strategy, man. It's a strategy. I'm telling you guys, don't be fooled by it. The genuine, genuine hope and stuff and all this crap. No. I'm saying I'm about to switch hands because my thumb keeps covering the camera. Indiana channel comes to mind. Yeah, man. I mean, it's fake, man. It's fake smoke. And, I have 17,200 and something subscribers. And I said in my video yesterday, this is not going to become a giveaway channel. I'm sorry. It's not going to be a raffle channel. I'm sorry. It's not. I'm not going to be that dude building something and being like, oh, if you go buy my t-shirts and stickers, you can get entered and win this shit. Like, I'm not fucking doing that because that's not me. That's fake as fuck. The same way I film my videos today is the same way they were filmed back in January, February 2018 when I first started making YouTube videos. And I'm not changing for fucking nobody. You know what I'm saying? I don't have time to fucking fake and be and all this bullshit and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have time for that stuff. I was talking with one of my buddies. He's probably watching the video. I was talking with him, and who do I watch? Who do I watch on YouTube? You know what I'm saying? Like, who does Everything Diesel Cameron? Who does he watch on YouTube? I'll tell you who I watch. I watch Truckmaster Joshua. I watch this channel called the Detail Channel. It's this dude in Canada who details cars that are super dirty. And I watch channels like D-Boss Garage, Power Driven Diesel. I watch Greg A here and there. Firepunk. I watch Firepunk's channel. And that's really it for the most part. Truckmaster Josh, his channel is my favorite channel by far. I love it because he has not given in, and he has over 100,000 subscribers. He has not given in to society. He's not given in to the clout. He hasn't given in. He stuck to his guns. He's been doing this shit for like over 5-6 years. And the same way he was when he first started filming is the same fucking way he is right now. And I love his channel for that because it just goes to show that you don't have to sell out for the community. You don't have to be that one to get the clout and chase all that crap. You know what I'm saying? And I love it. I love it because it just goes to show you don't have to be fake. And at the same time, it shows how many fake fuckers are out there just to make money and make a dime and a lick. You know what I'm saying? So I'll stay in the military. I'll earn a paycheck like every day working American. I'll do YouTube on the side, make videos for you guys, and do all that fun shit. And I'll stay the same way. I don't care if I have 100,000 subscribers or if I stay with 17, 20,000. I don't fucking care. You know what I'm saying? But it's sad, man. It really is sad. The reason why, Steven, I'm not saying how can you watch the videos if you don't tell us who's doing it. The reason why I'm saying that is because if you don't know at this time who's doing it, then I guess you don't. I guess I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not going to say names because I'm not going to call out anybody because I'm not trying to try to say I'm blackmailing or slander or harassment. I'm not trying to get all that stuff. I don't need it. Anthony Cunningham. So on a truck meet, yes, that was a thing. I've talked to a couple people about that, and something called COVID-19 happened and completely put a foot and just blew everything apart, and it was shit. I think somebody asked Beardzilla Gaming, how do you like the RFab lift? All right, so for everybody watching, I do not have a RFab lift kit. I have from RFab is his track bars, long arms, and his sway bar. That's it. I do his lift kit is not on my truck. I don't even think he makes lift kits with coils and stuff. If you're asking how do I like his long arms and track bars, sway bar, I like them. They're good. They work for me fine. I took his crossover steering off my truck just because I wasn't a fan of it and I wanted tight steering. But I do not have an RI5 lift kit. To be honest with you, I don't know the name of my lift kit because I bought it used off some dude and he took it off a customer's truck and he did not know what brand it was. So I have no idea what brand lift kit this is, but it fits my truck because it came off of a 2008 Ram 2500, so it works. When you installed your 6-inch lift on your truck, did it make a lot of squeaking? No, no, I didn't have any of that noise. No, I will have a truck meet eventually, man. It's gonna happen. There's just some better time. Tyler, I appreciate it, man. Thank you, Mike. Thank you. I appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it, Beerzilla. Yeah, man, you're gonna pay money to get a low mileage Cummins, which is why I made that video talking about how many miles are too much for a diesel truck. Yeah, man. Yeah, I see. I saw what you said, Mike, about LMP. Spicy tugboat. My amp steps. I love them. The power steps. If you got a lifted truck, even if you don't, it is a nice feature to have. Because I tell you what, if I didn't have those steps, this truck would not be lifted that high. Get you some amp steps. I like them. I like them. Yeah, I don't even watch Street Speed that all that much. It's just so you guys don't know me personally like that, but when it comes to YouTube and watching YouTube, I'm gonna be real. I only watch truck channels and like auto detail channels and like sometimes anime and stuff like that. I'll watch. Um, I don't watch a lot of car channels just because they're just there's some fuck boys out there. I'm gonna be real. There's some fuck boys like ponytails, fucking just oh god. It's hard. It's hard for me, man. It's hard for me. But yeah. Steven, I'm gonna be real with you, bro. In terms of how much money they can write off, I don't know, but I do know they're writing it off. You would be an idiot to be in that position and not write off what those giveaways at some extent for a business, business write off. It's just like me, and I don't mind sharing this because it's legal and you're allowed to do it. As a YouTuber, as me, as a creator, I get a 1099 and they tax it, but I can do certain write offs on it. Anything I spent that year in that tax season year, anything I spent, I can claim as expenses in terms of business expenses. So, you know, camera equipment, I cracked the lens on my camera. You guys even know about this. I cracked one of my lenses on my camera. I had to buy a new camera lens. It was like $500. I saved my receipts and I write that stuff off. Tools break from working on my truck. Tools break. I can write that type of stuff off. Uh, Parts, it's it's a hit and miss type thing, you know what I'm saying? But you can do it to an extent. I have a CPA that does my stuff for me. She's awesome, so it is doable. Matt, no man, it ain't no, I'm just kidding, man. I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. It's Saturday evening, man, out here on the East Coast, man. I'm Matt. I saw what you said. If y'all didn't see what Matt said, he said them claws got you speaking loud, boy. It ain't even the claws. It's that we in the live chat. We're in the live chat. So what that means is the ones watching this video right now, y'all are the down to earth real fuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all ain't the ones that are gonna be jumping in the comments saying dumb shit. So I feel like I can talk, I can curse, whatever, on a live stream, especially a live stream that's been going for an hour and 14 minutes, and y'all are still around, and we got 43 people, which is a record. Which thank you guys so much. Um, I don't care, man. I don't care if somebody fast forward in an hour and a half live stream just to find me talking shit about not even them, because up until this point, I haven't said anybody's name, so who the fuck can say I said something about them? No one. Now, if y'all said something in the comments, that's different. Tim Freeman, I saw your comment about the Fueler RTO. No idea what that is. So, Jason, with the RBP steps, my only thing with the RBP steps is that magnet that's in the door, the delay is longer than the amp steps. Okay. Now, I can, I don't know if you have both, but I can see why you said that about the RBP steps. I have my amp steps. I'll show you guys this right now. Because I do know of, there's reviews out there where some people might say that amps suck, but I'm here just to stand up for them and be like, they don't fucking suck. They work pretty good. So we go over here. Once again, I apologize for the camera. So I open the door. Now watch this. As soon as, look right there, and as soon as the door opens, I want you to look and see what the step. You see that? Instant. It's spontaneous. It's automatic. Build quality. It's good for me. I'm a 150-pound dude. I'm pretty big, and sorry about that, you guys. I clicked the button by accident. 250-pound dude. I get on this motherfucker, and I can hop on this bitch. You know what I'm saying? I love my amp steps. These things can get it. So if you're doubting amp steps, if you guys want me to make a full in-depth review on them, which is kind of hard because they're steps, so they can only do so much, let me know. I'm fine making one. But there's nothing wrong with amp steps, and I believe actually they're actually a little cheaper than RBP. Because with the RBP steps, the way they open and close is there's a magnet. There's a magnet in the door that you place there. So now you have a little weird magnet on the side, on the inside of your door seam. And when you open and close the door, the separation from the polarity is what opens and closes it. With the amp steps, you wire them directly into your harness with the amp steps, right into your, there's a wire bundle underneath the steering column that you'll tap into. It takes like, I think when I installed the steps, it took me about 2 hours. And, mounting them to the truck, 20 minutes. Wiring it takes a little longer, but I like them. They work good. I've never had any issue with them. I've had them on the truck coming up on a year here in October. So you guys can take it for what it is. I got to go back on the comments now. I'm like, holy crap. Where are you? You ever going to? God damn. Okay, I gotta start speeding up. You guys got a lot of comments. Holy crap. So we got a question from Nick. He wants to upgrade the exhaust on his 6.7. He has the 4-inch stock one. Wants to go to 5-inch for deeper tone. What exhaust would you suggest that I can install on my own? So if you can get a hold of an MBRP, FlowPro, or a Jam-O exhaust, any of those will work fine in your truck. With everybody watching, a lot of times people will ask me, how do you like your FlowPro exhaust? So when it comes to an exhaust on a diesel, it's not like a car. You got Corsa, MagnaFlow, Flowmaster. It's not like that. A diesel exhaust is nothing more than a straight piece of a pipe. That is all. That is all it is. They're all the same. MBRP, FlowPro, Jam-O, who else? AFE, whoever else makes exhaust out there. They're all the same. It's just a straight piece of pipe. As long as the hangers and mounts they match up, that's really all that matters. Sound is going to be the same. The way it looks and sits is going to be the same. It's just a straight pipe coming from the turbo. So, Jam-O will probably be the easiest one to find. I know FlowPro stopped selling straight pipes last year. Bearzilla, I do watch D-Max Rhino, but I don't watch him a lot. I just watch him seldomly. So Hunter Helms about the Rudy's. I was gonna go to Rudy Spring until they canceled it, and I'm pretty sure they're not gonna have a fall one because they it's almost September here in 2 weeks, and they haven't mentioned a fall Rudy's. So if they have a fall Rudy's, I'm up in that bitch. But I don't think they're gonna have one. Jolly Green Cummins. I love the redhead steering box. No issues from it. Installation was easy. The instructions were easy. It works like advertised. My play in the steering wheel is like non-existent. It's good. Yeah, I appreciate it, John. Thank you, man. Nice, man. Oh, you getting a 12-inch lift? Hell yeah. Nice. My brakes are good on my truck. Tyler, too many miles on the truck is almost non-relevant. What matters is was the truck taken care of and is it being taken care of? Long story short, that video came out two. I have that video come out 2 days ago or 3 days ago. Two, yeah, wait no, 3 days ago now. So 3 days ago that video came out. So everybody in the chat, if you didn't know, make sure when I'm assuming all of you are subscribed because I don't know how you would be here if you weren't. But if you're subscribed, make sure the bell notification is tapped so that way every time I upload, you do get notified. If the bell notification is not tapped, every time I upload, you might not get notified, and then you end up missing out on stuff. So it just depends. Oh man, you're working your truck. Victor, man, the White Claws, they're not bad, man. They're not bad. The biggest reason why I drink them is because of that. 100 calories. I'm trying to be healthy. White Claws ain't bad. They're not bad. People knock them who never had them, but if you get a 6 pack, sit down and actually drink them, and you start feeling good and stuff, you're gonna be like, oh man, this ain't that bad, and that's kind of where I ended up. K Hole, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. I have dynoed the truck once, but it wasn't with the compounds. I'm not dynoing it anytime soon until the transmission gets built, just for the health and well-being of my truck. Yeah, AP, yeah, bro. I know I need to get a schedule going, but I kind of like doing these random, sporadic live streams just because it's kind of fun. Jesse, yes, yes. I don't know how long you've been in the chat, but I am going to be installing the dual fuelers this coming week. Injectors will be on hold. I still have them here, but I'm just not going to be installing them immediately. Oh man. Yeah, I love my amp steps. I can see what you're saying, Jason. Yeah, man. But I mean, like I said, man, I haven't had any issues with mine. I've taken my shit off road, hunting trails, mud trails, and the steps they keep working. They keep working. So I'll just leave it like that. Yeah, when I first got the steps, I was doing that for about the first week. I would just open and close doors just to see them pop out and pop in. It was pretty cool. What's up, Spanky? Yeah, those steps ain't those steps can get it. They can get it. The S64 turbo was awesome, man. Very driver friendly turbo in the city on stock fuel. It's a good towing turbo too. I towed with it. I think I towed 8,000 pound load with it. It was pretty good. Spool up is very similar to stock, and it sounds good. It sounds good. I like it. 9812 valve. Yeah. I would agree with you on that, man. You get the P pump, you get the 12 valve, you get a later second gen body style. Like I can get down with a 98 12 valve. Oh yeah. I'm glad the code worked for you, man, with RI Fab, man. Save you some money. I don't have a special subscribe button, like the join button. I'm thinking about making something like that. But my thing is people come to this channel because they just want to see content. They don't want to be bombarded with advertising and promotions, and you know what I'm saying. So I try to stick to my roots. I thought about making a what's it called, Patreon account, but at the end of the day, I thought about it and I was like, I just I don't have time for that. Yeah, I'm gonna try me some Trulies, man. One of my buddies, Jason, he drinks them. I appreciate it, Michael Chavez. Thank you, man. What up, Black Bees? How you been, brother? Did not think about swapping my steering wheel to a 14 steering wheel. Hey, I appreciate it, Beerzilla, man. Thank you. Yep, I agree with Tyler. Yep, that is a fact. Eric Hoffman, if you're doing a second gen swap, the best thing you can do is get you some manifold studs. So for the second gen manifold, um, go on eBay. I think it's KBD. I don't remember what they stand for, but KBD Performance sells manifold studs for our trucks. They're like 35 bucks. Get you those manifold studs. It's going to save you a lot of time with the manifold. And then also, um, when you're installing the turbo, I don't know about you, but for me, with the turbo, it did help to take the turbo apart. So I installed the turbine housing, and I installed the cartridge wheel, and then I installed a compressor cover. That helped me. That's it, really. Second gen swap is actually not hard. It's very simple. It does help to have a buddy when you are removing the old turbo, because when I removed the old turbo, I removed the manifold and turbo, and it was heavy. It was legitimately heavy as hell. So it definitely helps to have somebody secondhand with you. Dirty old nightmare. Compounds all day. If you doing, bro, you can do. So if you have a stock HE3, if you have a stock Urgent style turbo setup, you can do it add a turbo. Get you a 475 on top, and that 650 horsepower tow rig will be a beast. With some good tuning and stuff. I definitely recommend compounds all day. If you're towing, if you use your truck to tow, compounds is a phenomenal upgrade you can do for your towing experience. Lower EGTs, better boost, better power going up, especially if you're towing in like mountains and stuff like Montana and Midwest and stuff. It's just an overall more enjoyable experience. Your engine doesn't sound like it's struggling as much because it's getting constant air throughout its entire RPM range. So I do not have any merch yet, but I will be. Just a matter of time. Tim said you can tell you were Southern raised. How can you tell that, Tim? What do you think about running downpipe only on a 6.7 while working on a custom turn down? There ain't nothing wrong with that. So I'm gonna be real with you. When I first installed my second gen swap on my truck like 2 years ago, all I had was a downpipe for about a month. It's loud. It's really loud. The cab drone is horrendous, but you can do it. I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with it. You just gonna have a horrible cab drone inside the cab. A second gen swap, a 24 valve 5.9. Yes, you can second gen swap a 24 valve 5.9. If it's a well, pause. If it's already a second gen truck, you have the second gen style setup turbo. So at that point, you're not really doing a second gen swap. You're just upgrading your turbo slash manifold. But if you have a third gen 24 valve and up, then yes, you can second gen swap it. Yeah, so your what second gen 24 valves, 12 valves, they all have that second gen manifold turbo setup style where the turbo sits in the middle of the manifold, and then you have the equal divided manifold and stuff like that. They didn't change it to the third gen style until 2003 when they redesigned for the third gens. So yes, that is a fact. If you have compounds, you'll never go back. That is a fact. Yeah, but if you got a third gen, you can second gen swap. Yeah. So if you got a third gen 24 valve, you can second gen swap it. It'll work. Just make sure when you choose your turbo setup, you choose it for a 5.9 24 valve, not a 6.7. Yup. But thanks for the reply. I have a 17 600. Should I get rid of the stock turbo? No, no, dirty. No, you don't have to do that, bro. For your truck, man, you can do an added turbo. So what that means is you would keep your stock HE351 turbo, which is good because you can keep the stock exhaust brake and then do an added turbo. So pusher, ATS, BD diesel, stainless diesel. A lot of companies make added turbo kits for these trucks where it adds on to the current turbo you have. You have a good turbo. The HE351 turbo is not a bad turbo. A lot of people say, "Oh, it increases drive pressure." Oh, no, it's not a bad turbo. It's pretty good. You can do an added turbo to that, where you would basically add like a S475 on top of it, and you would have your compound set up there. Your it, it's all made to work together. So that's what I would do if I was in your route, if I was in your shoes. Jerry for ceramic coating. Currently, I'm really big on CarPro UK 3.0. That's what I coated my truck with. I use CarPro, yeah, CarPro UK 3.0 ceramic coating. I'm thinking about doing a graphene coating on the truck here, just to see what it does for the paint. But yeah, I use CarPro. But most of the ceramic coating kits out there are pretty good. Kenzo, IGL, Adams, Jax Wax. The only one I wouldn't recommend is Chemical Guys. Chemical Guys doesn't really make a true ceramic coating. Hmm. I appreciate it, James. Thank you. Georgia 92. For 6-0, I haven't been in the 6-0 game since 2016. Back then, it was it Quick Trick Tunes or Quick Trick Performance down in Miami, Florida. Don't know if they still make tunes, but back then, that's when they had the Looney Tune, the Wild Tune, and stuff on the 6-0. They were good back in the day, but I mean, I can't tell you, brother, honestly. Yeah, I appreciate it, bro, man. No worries, man. Definitely. Hell yeah. Do you have any issues making turns now? LOL, the Medcab is a long truck. Man, no, I don't have issues making a turn. With the 40s, it clips the bumper a little bit just because the 40s are so big. But the front bumper. I'm gonna be that bumper's gonna be coming off soon. Yeah, bro. Georgia 92, man. Just get on Google and the forums, man. That's the best thing I could tell you. If you had a comments, I can spit out something immediately, but I haven't been in the Power Stroke game in a long time, so I'm sorry I can't help you out, man. But yeah, I'm planning on doing. What's up? What's up, Riley? Yeah. Oh, if I make a U-turn, oh yeah, if I make a U-turn, I jump a curb. I thought you meant like on the truck itself. Now, if I'm making a U-turn and it's a tight turn. Oh yeah, I'm jumping that curb all day. Problem is because the tires are so big, when I jump the curb, it hits the freaking bumper. The bumper gets all scratched up. So, yeah, definitely doing an off-road bumper here in the near future. Thinking about doing a move bumper. Oh snap! Yup. But you guys, we've been at it for an hour and a half now, man. So I'm gonna wrap it up now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. You guys were able to ask all your questions and you know what I'm saying. Enjoy it. So I appreciate you guys checking out the live stream and tagging along with me and my my drinking adventures and chatting. Hopefully I answered all your questions. If you guys have any more questions, you can still comment in the live stream like after I exit, and I'll see it on my phone and I'll respond to you and stuff. So I appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate it. Until next time, though, y'all take it easy, be safe, and I'll see you guys real soon.